Hey guys, what's up? I am just going to make sure that the sound and everything is okay before I get going. I know there's been a couple little issues with that in the past. 1 second. Hey guys, what's up? Yay, it's working. Okay, happy Tuesday, you guys. Team Call Tuesdays. For those of you who are just joining in, I know we had a ton of people join the team this week, which is so exciting. Tuesday nights are our team call weeks, and they are always up by 8 p.m. Live Eastern Standard Time. So today I am pre-recording the call a little bit early. My dog's going crazy, I'm sorry. So that I can get it in because I have been experiencing some really bad lack of sleep and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to get my work done before nighttime, or at least my calls, so that I can kind of like derobe. So we are in the swing of things into 2018. I am so excited about this year. There's so much positive energy and people are ready to get going. I've been chatting with my new January coaches, and that chat thread is all abuzz. Really, these girls are going after their first goal of Success Club. Everybody's goal should be Success Club in the first month of the year. Should not want to miss that at all. Success Club is helping 3 people commit to a challenge pack in the month of January. So I am running a really special group starting Monday, and I wanted to do a team call all about how you guys can maximize on that group, how you invite to it, how you talk in it, what it's going to be about, what the point of it is, who to invite to it, and how to utilize that to lock in your goal of Success Club in your business in January. Instead of, oh my goodness, I'm just going to shut this door really quick. How to utilize it and all of that kind of fun stuff. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why Success Club is so important in your business right now and how to move forward with that. So let me just share my screen. 1 second. Made some slides for today. See if I can find it really quick. Presentation. Let's see, screen share. Okay, so like I said, there is going to be a sneak peek into challenge group starting Monday. And basically what this is a chance for you guys to invite all of the people that you've been talking to about starting a challenge group to a private group on Facebook that I will run all about the details of what a challenge group is, how much it costs, what the idea of a challenge group is. Oftentimes, I think we forget that people that we're talking to, they're very intimidated by our verbiage. They don't understand what it means. They don't understand what the term challenge group means. They are kind of trepidatious about the price. They're trepidatious about the programs, especially if you just started your journey. So it's really cool to have someplace to come where there's other supportive people, other people who have explained these programs time and time again, kind of doing that work for you and closing the deal on the back end of your conversation. So I want to walk you guys through what to be thinking about before Monday comes, what to be posting about, what to be talking to people in conversations about, because this business is all about talking to people. It's all about posting publicly about the same ideas that you're talking to people in private about. So how do you invite, or who do you invite to this group? Number one, and probably the most important, people you've already spoken to about a challenge group that are confused. You know, over the course of our journey, whether you've been a coach for 3 days or whether you've been a coach for 6 months, you know, there's people that we have in our mind, or there's people that maybe we've mentioned a challenge group to, maybe people who you've talked to and said, and they've said not right now, maybe they didn't answer you. A lot of times, actually 100% of the time, this is because the person on the other end of the conversation either doesn't understand what you're saying and doesn't want to sound dumb and say, I'm sorry, I don't get it. They're self-conscious that maybe they can't complete the challenge, or it will be too challenging for them. They don't understand what the term challenge group means. You know, a lot of coaches will sign up with me and get into the new coach training, and they'll ask tons and tons of questions about what a challenge group is, but then get frustrated when people that they're talking to are confused. But it's the same thing. It's just a learning curve. It just means that we have to simplify things and explain things a little bit differently. 9 times out of 10, when someone says no, it's a defense mechanism, right? It's a defense mechanism of them because they don't know all the details and it hasn't been explained to them, and that's no fault of your own. But this is a really cool resource for you guys to use to kind of bridge that gap. People that have said no, people that have said not right now, people with questions that you don't know how to answer. Maybe you've gotten stuck in a couple conversations where you're like, I don't know the answer to that. Or maybe you've gotten stuck, talking to someone and the conversation just came to kind of a halt. Or maybe you had a public conversation with someone and you never reached out to them because you were kind of self-conscious about how to explain something. That's totally okay. Reach back out to them, be super transparent and say, you know what? I have no idea how to answer that question. I said that a lot in my business in the beginning. I was talking to one of my new coaches, Michaela, today, who was so awesome. And she was like, please tell me you've messed up. I have messed up in every single conversation I've ever had. I've said the wrong things. I've given the wrong answers. I've explained things the wrong way. I've sent the wrong links. This business is all about trial and error. One time I did a whole follow-up list where I said, oh my gosh, that message I sent to you was terrible. I was really new at this business. I didn't know what I was saying, but I was just trying to figure out my own way. I've been doing this for a year now and I'm a little bit more experienced. Would you like to get into this group? So this is just an example of, everything's going to be trial and error. But this is a really cool resource because you can kind of be an apprentice in this group and get their questions answered in a more exciting way. It's really, really important that you guys have a relationship with this person first before you put them into the group. So I definitely would not just be adding random people who you think would be interested, who you haven't communicated what the group is, and ask them if they'd like to be in it. So the correct way is to reach out to them, talk to them a little bit. I have some examples on how to reach out to them. Have a conversation with them, relate to them on some level, talk to them about what you're doing, and then say, hey, would you like to be in a private group that's giving you details all about what I'm talking about? Because I know sometimes it can be confusing. And then when they say yes or sure or yeah, put me in it, then that's when you can send them a private link to join the group, right? That's the correct way to invite someone. It's never good to send a link without explaining or kind of add them just because you've talked to them before about a challenge group. You always want to ask permission to add them to a group. What are the components of an invite? There are several components of inviting someone to a challenge group or to start a new journey as a coach or to start a new journey as a customer. There's always a lot of components and it's always a learning process. Your invites will evolve over time just like mine did. Number 1, following up with those people from list 1, right? From the list that we just talked about, from people who said no, from people who said, I'm not sure, from people who said, sure, keep me posted, whatever their response was. Number 2, reaching out to new people who might be interested. So it's really, really important to keep a list going for yourself. I use pen and paper. Some people like Excel. Some people like to type it out on the note section on their phone. Keep a list going of people either on your social media or in your life or that you meet or that are liking or commenting on your posts, that are watching your Insta stories, who you think might be interested. Maybe they need a positive change. Maybe they've been posting, some downtrodden things lately. Maybe it's people in your family who you can think of when they come to mind. And you might say something like this. Hey girl, I know you were interested in the challenge group before, but it wasn't the right time. Well, it's January and things are bumping. Haha, my team and I are running a group that's all about what exactly you get in a challenge group because I know it can be confusing. Would you like to be in this private group to learn some more info? Sorry about all the typos, guys. I was typing these really fast. Or to a new person, you could say something like, hey, Britt, I saw your post about wanting to get back to some good habits for the new year. I think I might have something that would be awesome for you that I just started. My team and I are doing an information group all about what it entails in a private Facebook group. Want to be a part of it? So after you've kind of had a conversation about, they're into fitness, you have something to offer them, but there's kind of this bridge between they don't understand what it is and you'd like to get them signed up. That's when you offer the group, right? The sneak peek into what it is, or a private information group where we're giving details, no obligations. They don't have to sign up for anything. It's completely free. Make sure you're giving those details. And those are just a couple examples of something that I might say. If that doesn't sound like your personality, you can definitely take that and switch it around and make it whatever you want to make it. Okay, when you're doing those invites in private, you have to be consistently posting about what you are doing. People will not show up for you or want to be involved in the things that you're asking if you're not showing up for them first. That's so, so important in this business. Probably number one. I have a ton of new coaches, over the past 4 years who come into the business and they make their first post and they're like, nothing happened. And I'm like, right, nothing happened because it's one post. First of all, 99% of your Facebook friends are not seeing that one post because you haven't posted on Facebook in a while. Like me, when I first started, you're not connecting with those people on a one-on-one message or comment level every single day. So probably about 2% of your Facebook friends list or Instagram list saw that post, right? And one post does not a sale or a commitment make. You have to be consistently posting about what is the challenge group adding to your life? What is this new coaching journey adding to your life? What are some tips and tricks that you're learning? What are some hardships that you're facing? What are some things that you're having to change? What does it look like in your life? And here's some examples of what my first sort of post looked like. I posted about, my husband and I drinking our Shakeology, his and hers type thing, that we were on this fitness journey together. I posted about my workout hair. Since I was working out every day at home and getting super sweaty and I didn't have time to take a shower, how did I turn my workout hair from my killer at-home workout into going out hair with my husband? How did I get over kind of not wanting to work out that day, but I've committed to this new journey? Finding ways to stick into your social media. I'm on this journey. I'm on this journey. You could share a hair tip. You could share a workout tip. You could share things that are helping you and your spouse kind of get into 2018 healthier and happier. You could share about being on this team call, that it's really exciting for you, that you get to be around people who are helping you become better and helping you look forward into the new year. Really sharing consistently every single solitary day about what you're doing and what it's adding to your life. Is it adding excitement? Is it adding, are you figuring out things that you didn't know before? Are you happy about your journey? Are you scared about your journey? Are you looking for other people to come along with you and experience those same things? So here's some examples of what that consistent posting might be like. People need to see that not only are you committed, but that it's actually adding something to you, right? No one's going to buy from you if they don't know that you're doing it too and that you're actually loving it and it's giving you some things. Maybe you work a full-time job and you're sitting there at your full-time job, not doing your full-time job because you're so looking forward to the new thing that you signed up for. Those are all things that can really add value into others' lives, but they won't know it unless you're posting about it. Okay, once they say, yes, put me in the group, make sure you keep in contact with them. This is the number one thing that I see. I always ask people, well, are you keeping in contact with your people in the group? And they say, oh, I messaged them, but they didn't respond. Make sure from the beginning when you put them into the group, you're staying in contact by way of message, you're staying in contact by way of commenting on whatever they're posting, tagging them in different things that maybe they had an insecurity about. The group will be 3 days long and I'll go live all 3 days. It'll be videos and content and before and afters and tackling, all of the normal objections that people have to challenge groups. Make sure that you're in the group participating too. That is really, really important, especially for someone that you're adding who doesn't normally use Facebook or maybe is on the shyer side. Make sure that you are participating. Make sure if there's a post, maybe you're adding some of what you feel on that post, or maybe what you thought in the beginning before you joined a challenge group. Maybe how some of those things were different when you got into a challenge group. What does a challenge group mean to you? What does your before and after look like? So that is all that I have for you guys tonight. I really, really wanted to give you an idea of how to maximize this group because it's a really awesome tool to kind of lock in those sales for you guys for our challenge group. And it's really cool on this team because, you know, you have these resources that are already done for you. Basically, 50% of your job you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about running the group and what to say. And then you have a challenge group to add them to after they commit to it. So basically, all you guys have to do is take those examples that I just talked about and actually invite the people, put them in the group, stay in contact with them. Then we'll help you close the sale and then put them into a challenge group. So have kind of this built-in resource to run your business this month, which is really, really awesome. So again, that group is going to start on Monday. I am going to form the group this week. I will post the link to that group in the team page, the Shine Dynasty page, and also my PS page for my personally sponsored gals. But when you guys see that link, if you'd like to join, click on the link and click join, and then I will have instructions at the top of the page, and then we'll go from there. If you guys have any questions at all about this, please don't hesitate to post in the team page. I would love to answer them, but I'm super, super excited about this coming up on Monday. And now your job for the next week, pretty much, because today's Tuesday, is to post consistently, talk about the sneak peek, invite people to the sneak peek, talk publicly about it so that on Monday you have a healthy group of people, maybe 5 to 10 people who want to be in a free group to learn a little bit more. Thank you guys so much and happy Tuesday.